Well, we're getting ready for Bears and Commanders on Monday Night Football. Yes, we got to talk about the Hail Mary last year. I guess we can bring that up, but we're going to look forward to the game. We're going to talk about key matchups. And we got a visitor in with us tonight. We're going to talk to John Ballin in Burgundy podcast. He's going to help us break down the Commanders and why he thinks the Commanders are going to win on Monday. And we're going to tell him why he is wrong. And that is all coming up next on the Chicago Sports Podcast.
Let's go. Yo. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast. And that's facts.
Hey there, welcome in to the Chicago Sports Podcast. We're happy to have you guys along with us tonight as we get ready for we had a bye week. Well, the Bears had a bye week last week, so we're getting ready here for week 6 of the NFL season. Monday Night Football, Commanders and Bears. Thank you guys for watching tonight. Got Big Drew in the house. Big Drew, what's going on, man? It's always good to see you.
What's up, brother? How you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. Feeling like a bye week is too early in the season, and I'm ready for some football. And we're going to talk some football because we got our special guest in tonight to help us break down the Bears and Commanders. He said his second favorite team is the Bears, so he doesn't know who he's going to choose.
Wait. I don't know about all this. I don't know about this. The words in my mouth. I didn't realize.
Maybe,
I don't got no Chicago dogs around me.
I think I just misinterpreted you when we were talking before we got on the
show. Maybe.
I got it wrong. But we're very happy to welcome in John from the Ballin Burgundy podcast that you guys can watch and subscribe to as well, man. So, John, thanks for coming on part of the show tonight, man. We're glad to have you on.
No, I appreciate y'all reaching out and having me on. I can't wait. Be excited about it.
Yeah, this is a big game, man, this week. And normally week 6, I'm just like, I don't know if you could say big games or meaningful games, but after everything that happened last year with that game, and I'm glad you're on with us. Drew's already because we've talked so much. Listen, man, we talked so much about this damn game last year. I got sick of it. And the reality is, though, and I want to get your opinion on it before we get into the game for Monday night. I mean, it really turned the Bears season around because they spiraled downhill from there. They fired the coach, and then just everything went wrong after that. Like, this game really did that. Those last couple of seconds really did that to us. So I want to get it from a Commanders fan's perspective. I want to get it from a guy that covers it like you do on what that did for your team. But first off, what do you think of the Hail Mary game last year? What do you think about that game, and what did that do for the Commanders? Because you could already see that team was starting to build the pieces together. Like, oh, wait a minute, Quinn's already in there putting his everything that he needs to do to make this team good, and you could tell he was doing that. But I feel like there's something after this game, so I want to get a perspective from you guys as a Commanders fan, John.
Yeah, so because I was watching that game with the family downstairs. I could go on a whole rant about how my family owns the East, but we're sitting. I'm getting ready to put the graphic up. I've got 12-6 on the graphic, getting ready to post on Instagram. I got the caption ready. I'm like, all right, it's Hail Mary situation. These never work out unless your name's Aaron Rodgers to a different Rodgers. So I'm watching, balls in the air, go to hit click, and then I see Tyreek Stevenson off to the side. I'm like, well, he's out of position, so it means you're a defender off. You see the ball just get tipped, slow mo, right into the hands of Mr. Injured Noah Brown. I went, oh, we win. And the amount of excitement, like I screamed, I might have blown out an eardrum. My dog was yelling at me. My family was like, shut up. I'm like, no, because these never work out. These Hail Marys never work. So for us to get that, and that propelled our season going forward, right, the momentum. For you guys, that was like the nail in that Matt Eberflus coffin. Just like, that's it. You got to get him out of town.
Yeah, I know, Drew. We talked a lot about this, man. Kind of to what John said, man. But that to the effect that happened with our team after that, man, because of this game. I think that's why we're all looking at this like, all right, we got to take a deep breath after this game is over. How it's going to go, I don't know, man. But Drew, I mean, with the how everything that John just said, man, it just correlates to what we were going through.
Man, it was just It was just one keyword: negligence. That's all it was, bro. I mean, your boy Stevenson, man. I mean, he got cocky. Looking at the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Waving, doing whatever he was doing, man. I mean, won that game. There's
Yeah.
no way they would have got that off Stevenson, and Stevenson is great. So, I mean, I just say it was a lesson learned, and I think it was good to happen. Anyway, because it just put us back on track. And I mean, I know it made our season detrimental, but mentally it put us back on track. Like, hey, it's not over till it's over. So we need to stay concentrated until zero. So I didn't like it, but I thought it was great for us mentally.
Hey,
We
how's
got
it
Matt
going,
in here.
guys?
Matt, what's
Yeah,
going
What's
on,
up,
man?
bro?
Glad you joined the show
What up? What
tonight,
up?
man.
started joining late. I was driving with the kid.
It's
The
always
background
important.
isn't too loud, is it for you?
No, you
No,
good.
man, it sounds
All
good,
right, for
man. It
sure.
sounds
I'm
good.
at my daughter's game, so I just wanted to jump in real quick. But I obviously, when I jumped in, I know what we're talking about. That's very unfortunate.
No, I can't believe how you pick up on that one, man.
It's very
So,
fortunate for me.
but the even like what my boy Gary said over here is like when that Hail Mary came in, Stevenson playing it, but I still blame even Eberflus. He could have called a timeout. He could have done some other stuff different. And unfortunately, but it is what it is. Now we'll see about what's going to go on happen on Monday, and I think it's going to be a different outcome.
You already know it is.
Heard
Damn right
that,
it's gonna be a
brother.
different outcome. Well, we're gonna break that down here in a second. We're gonna bring John in, and I think he's got different ideas. But so okay, Hail Mary game. We had to get that off the top, and I think we wanted that's gonna be everywhere this weekend. It's gonna be on the games. It's gonna be on the pregame shows. It's on Monday Night Football. They're gonna be talking nonstop about that. All right, we know that. Okay, so John, we got John in here, Ballin in Burgundy podcast. Before we get into the game, I want to talk a little bit about last because I kept with the bye week last week. I watched a lot of the Commanders Chargers game. Keep an eye on it to see how Washington's playing and what we're going up against. And you could tell us a little bit more what you were impressed with. But a couple things that stood out to me was Jayden Daniels looked more comfortable in that game. I know he was coming back from injury, but I thought he after the first quarter, I felt like he felt very comfort into that game. I thought they took over the Chargers, and I thought their pass rush looked pretty good, and the running game looked really good too, and all of that stuff coming together. So, is there anything I'm missing there? So, would you take a look at that Chargers? That's a big win. That was away in LA. That was away in LA. Although it sounded like a Commanders home crowd, but I mean, an impressive win with all those. So, what was your takeaways from last week's game as we get ready for this week, and how would you break that down?
Takeaways for the Commanders side is, especially in the first half, our defense is like melted Swiss cheese. Everything's just gonna get through. Second half, we kind of started shutting things down, but it was not looking good. I posted within the first quarter, yeah, this defense is cheeks. Wrap it up. Marshawn Lattimore, say what the stats say. He hasn't looked what he was supposed to. Trey Amos is still a rookie, so he's coming to his own. Sanders still is supposed to be an outside corner playing on the inside. Wagner playing on the pass play. I'm like, what are we doing here? But Taylor 2 halves, 10-10 at the half, 17 unanswered going into the whole game. We went 27 unanswered, 17 in the second half. But the biggest thing that propelled us, the running game. Who needs a Brian Robinson? Who needs the resident mulatto, Austin Eckler, when you have $100 bill in DC and you let him run across the yard?
Yeah, Drew. Anything that stood out from you from that game on Sunday?
Like John just said, I mean, I just thought it was mainly the running game. I mean, they let the running back get in there like 2 or 3 times, and and it was just, I mean, it was a running. I was about to say running disaster. It was a running spectacle. That's the word I was looking for. But see, with Jayden, man, he was looking good. But see, even though they say he's 100%, coming back from that type of injury, bro,
No way.
I mean, I don't wish injuries on nobody, but you finna go against the Bears, bro. So we known for defense, so we might. I'm just saying he might be out because that's what we do. But I mean, y'all did y'all thing with the Chargers. I give you credit, bro. But you messing with a different beast right now, so that's how I'm going to end that.
Well, my opinion with like Jayden Daniels, like he was saying, he is still hurt. He's still. I thought they brought him back a week too early. I thought he would come back at Chicago
I totally
just to
agree.
prove a point. And but the running game that opened up Debo coming in at the end to even get that little float pass in the end zone to win it. But I think there's going to be a little force to reckon with. I think you Washington fans out there, are like so hyped up that you guys beat us last year. You guys think you already won this year, and it ain't gonna be that easy.
Ooh, that's tough,
Granted,
I
our
mean,
man.
it's
defense. You're doing this or whatever. Like where you looking because you don't think we have a defense. If you don't think we're gonna put pressure on you, dog, we coming.
oh no,
We
we're
coming.
Smart.
expecting pressure.
This is
We're
our one
expecting
game.
pressure.
This is our one game that every Bears fan and every person in our locker room from last year is not forgetting. And trust me, I hope Stevenson comes with a blitz and lights someone up.
And don't forget Kyler Gordon. He'll be back Monday.
He back. Guess who's
He's
back?
back. That is true.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that, the injury report too, guys. Um, you know, when we talk about, and we're talking about Krosky Merritt too. That's what we're talking about, John, with the running game. And man, he's impressive. He's a 7th. So I guess I didn't realize this. I knew he was taken later in the draft, but a 7th round pick, man, to get that guy in here. You mentioned it a little bit earlier. And as we talk about who's got the edge is as we get ready for this game on Monday, who's got the edge and what we're kind of looking at. And you brought it up with the running game. It was his first. Was that correct me if I'm wrong? It was his first 100 rushing yard game of the year.
His first 100 rushing
Commanders?
game and the first true game that he's like officially in the offense. Like he had been sprinkled in the first few weeks, but between trading B-Rob, Austin getting injured, McNichols kind of like floating around there, like, oh, let's run, Bill this game. And I mean, the stats put it on for himself: 14 carries, 150 total yards, 2 touchdowns, like leading the league in average rushing per yards per rushing attempt, 19th in yards, but only having the 31st amount of carries. I'm like, the efficiency here is better than Saquon's efficiency so far this season.
And so why is that? So what is it that they saw in him, or is it something they saw in him or the other running backs for them to trade Robinson in before the season started?
I was a big this was one of the running back classes that I was huge upon because at least in our community with the Ballin and Burgundy podcast with the Burgundy breakdown, which will be later tonight, they deem me John Kuiper Jr. because I'm in these draft streets like that. And I was high on a lot of other running backs. Spatial Todd going to Jacksonville, Brashad Smith going to KC. I hadn't done the homework on JCM coming out of Arizona, but he really comes out of New Mexico State because he played the one game the NCAA decides to shove Nick Cannon up his, what. Y'all can make the fill in the blanks and screws him for the rest of the season. And then he becomes the MVP of the East West Shrine Bowl. So they're like, all right, let's put him on the top 30 visit. Put in the work. During the offseason, he comes in 7th round pick, flashes in camps. We're all, a lot of us are already high on him coming into the league. And when you have 5 running backs on your roster, and you could kind of tell last year that Robinson wasn't a Cliff Kingsbury type. All right. Well, he was either going to be a cut casualty or we were going to trade him. We were lucky to get that 7th round out of San Francisco, and it looks like they need the help because they got injuries galore down there as well.
But they're winning.
But they're winning, so I can't say much. But I mean, when like Bill in his last year at New Mexico State, and I'm not going to count his Arizona days, 189 carries, 1,200 yards, 17 touchdowns. That's 6.3 yards a carry. So on 2 attempts per drive, you'll average a first down with him.
Yeah.
Not a lot of running backs can say that. Derrick Henry can't say that right now. Saquon can't say that right now. Chuba Hubbard can't say that right now. Christian McCaffrey, Blue Eyes White Privilege, can't say that right now. Bill's leading the pack as a 7th round pick.
Man, you living on some high hopes, homie.
Hey, I mean, I'll say this. I'm going to call it the 2 games that he started, he has more yards and more touchdowns than y'all's beloved DeAndre Swift. Just saying.
Heard that. Yeah, well, we already know Swift.
I
We know
can't
running
Swift
deny
game.
that.
We know Swift sucks. We ain't gonna argue on that
Big
one.
Drew,
Yeah, we can't deny that one.
Big Drew's brought this up a few times on our show, man, about our running game, man.
Terrible.
what we've had so far.
Man, our running game is terrible right now, bro.
So guys,
Horrible.
yeah, we're struggling, and I want to get that because I got something here when we have our key factors matchups to watch, and there's something I'm really going to watch. We're going to bring that up here in just a minute because there's something that just stuns my mind. Back to what you were talking about, John, in your running game. So we're talking about who's got the edge, and thank you guys for watching tonight, the Chicago Sports Podcast, also with Ballin and Burgundy podcast as well. John joining us, man. We really appreciate your time, man, talking to us about the Commanders and the Bears on Monday, getting you all ready for that. And the game for the edge. First off, I want to ask about home field advantage, John. And if you guys, and Drew and Matt, if you guys have anything else you want to bring in here, but before I get to Williams versus Daniels, because I want to bring that up here in a second, but this game's in Washington, and for the longest time, I mean, let's just face it, you watch a Washington game, at least from all of our perspective, there'd be half-empty seats, and they were considered the joke with the ownership and all of that, and there's been a big change there. It's amazing what new ownership, a quarterback, and a new head coach can do, a new head coach that knows what he's doing. So I want to talk about the crowd noise, about what the crowd is like at that park, what the home field advantage does. From what you guys see when you guys watch every home game, what can you tell us where you guys might have an edge for this game on Monday because of the home field advantage?
Within the past year, every single fan, I don't know where that man went, has come out the woodworks. Every single game, there it goes. Every single game this season is a sold out game. I thought I could get tickets to some of these games, kind of just driving up. Nope. The only ticket I could get was Week 16 in Philly, Washington. I'll be there for that. But like I had people text me like, "Hey, you come up for the game this week?" And I was like, "I would, but tickets are sold out." And it's not just, the opposing team's fans. We took over Tampa Bay last year. We were taking over Detroit in the playoffs. We had a really good contingent in Philly. We had a really good showing in Green Bay. There are not a lot of fans in the league anymore that will travel to DC because FedEx, Northwest Stadium is not the greatest stadium to get to. Everyone just knows it at this rate, especially us fans. But we are already riding the highs with Jayden back, with Debo looking like a solidified weapon, truly, with Bill looking like what he's doing. AP and Dan in year 2. Josh Harris putting in money into this stadium just not even just upgrade it, just improve it a little bit. New scoreboards, different seating arrangements, new stuff in the suites. Field's been fixed. There's actually grass at Ashburn and not turf. He's put in like a few $100 million in these past 2 seasons on just renovations and improvements. And you are going to see new Commanders fans, old Redskins fans, football team fans coming out the woodworks to go.
You mean bandwagon fans? Because y'all
maybe
winning now?
That too. You never know. Because I know a few bandwagon fans. They might come out too.
All right.
Let's go.
Go ahead. Okay. All right, bro. Look, let me. Go ahead.
All right. I expect Bears fans to come out. I want y'all to come out because as much as we all like to, give each other crap, like it's also like out of respect. Like we all love to watch the game. We all know how crap both of our teams have been in the past. So we're like, we can't say nothing because we're both in misery together. But now that we both have bright futures, we're both like, I'm gonna beat your ass this Sunday. I'm gonna beat your ass this Sunday, and I'll see you at the game.
Heard that.
All right, check this out. I don't know how well you know Bears fans, but we travel, bro. I mean,
yes,
we take over cities. Like when we wouldn't play the Raiders, that was Soldier Field West, bro, and now this is gonna be Soldier Field East. Because we finna pack that boy up. I mean, don't get me wrong, y'all Commanders. I don't know how faithful y'all are. I don't follow y'all fan base like that, but from what you're saying, y'all gonna come show up and show out. But we definitely gonna pack that place out. Trust me. I already know people that's already heading to Washington now. Man, we gonna take over your restaurants. We're gonna take over your stadium, and.
We're about to drink you out.
All their alcohol too.
We have beer at Northwest. Just you guys better prep your student loans because it's like $17 a beer. It's insane. It's outrageous.
Oh
It's
no, I'm
outrageous.
saying it's
Man, I
Chicago,
thought
bro.
$13 was high, man. The last time that's
It's
$17 for
high.
a
So
beer.
if you have a kidney to spare or a second child you don't love, go ahead and start selling.
Oh wow.
Just drink
Exactly.
before the game, man.
Hey,
For tailgate, drink as much as you can till you walk
Oh,
in.
go ahead, Matt.
with me as I go to I'm a season ticket holder of the Bears, and I travel to one game away a year. This year I'm going to Cincy, but like we always travel deep, just like my boys say, we always travel deep. And I live by one thing is hate the team, not the fan.
Right.
I will always hate the team that I'm playing, but I'll always sit there and have a beer with
Correct.
you, and I don't know who you are, and I hope we all have a good time together. And that's the way I've always been raised, and that's my dad's had tickets since
Yeah.
1983, and that's what I can say as coming from as a ticket holder. And when I think I've already know that a lot of the guys that I go with to the Bears games, there's a crowd coming out
There
there.
is.
There's a crowd coming out there, and I hope we're loud, and we fill your guys' seats because I like the side. Well, I mean, we got the south side on us, and we can't fill. They don't fill any seats unless other fans come in. So we know how the feeling is.
Hey, let's be careful on that one, man. Beloved White Sox.
Well, I'm a Cubs fan, so finally doing something today. But anyways, like I said, man, I really hope the best for you and your fans. But I really think that your fans got their head in a cloud from last year, and we ain't the same team as last year. We got a whole new coach, and that's a big difference, man.
You do have a brand new coach. And I was a fan of Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator. Hearing all of the talks about Ben Johnson, the head coach, and the head coaching cycles, and reason why he wasn't picked up last year is maybe the reason why he needed to go north from Detroit to Chicago. And because I'm a fan of Caleb Williams, I was a fan of him coming out. I'm a fan of DJ Moore. I'm a fan of Kyle Monagai, y'all's backup running back. I'm a fan of TJ Edwards. I'm a fan of Tremaine Edmonds. Not so much anymore Montez Sweat, but I'm a fan of Jaquan Brisker. Not so much of a fan of Mrs. Or Mr. Simone Biles and Jonathan Owens. You guys have a fan of Colson Loveland. But I don't know if it's your DC or your OC or just maybe Caleb has too much polish on his fingernails. Something
I knew that
isn't
was
clicking.
coming. I
Here
knew
we
that
go.
was
Something.
coming.
Here we go.
It's too easy. I also could have quoted Kendrick with that same verse, but you know what? I didn't this time. There is something not click. There is something not clicking in your organization, and I don't know what. I can't point it out because normally I can be like, "Oh, Joe Burrow's hurt."
It's the McCaskies. It's the McCaskies.
Yeah, I second that.
Can I ask you a question? So in that draft, what were you wanting? Were you hoping that we picked Daniels and Caleb fell to you, or were you wanting what happened in the fallout?
I thought this went perfectly. I was about to guarantee Caleb was going one of one, because I mean when the generational talks about him, the play he
Yeah.
had at USC, the thought process of teams thinking it was going to be Cliff Kingsbury in Chicago as your head coach, so you were going to marry that USC couple together. All you would needed was a Trojan to really consummate that marriage, and then it didn't work out, and you guys kept Eberflus. I went, it's probably still going to be Caleb because if he messes up someone else, they're going to go look at Caleb shine somewhere else. So it had to have been Caleb 1-1. I was high on the Drake May train in January to March, and then April and May came, and I was like, it's got to be Jayden. I think it worked out perfectly. I don't think it's more than one thing, because normally I can point out one thing that's wrong with an organization that's ruining a quarterback. Like Mac Jones was ruined after year one in New England. Justin Fields was ruined with you guys because it was Matt Eberflus all over again. Dak is getting ruined still with Bears.
Well, he had two other teams to get ruined by too, so it's just not.
It's not just you, but you guys started the fall, so it's got to start at some point.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
But I
Bear down,
think I think Caleb needs some consistency to really get him going. This is like the third straight year from USC to Chicago. New OC, new head coach. I think if you guys just keep some consistency at staff, you'll take the handcuffs off of him. But right now, something, and I can't put my finger on it because I'm not in depth like you guys are. I can't point out what the biggest handicap on Caleb is right now.
Uh, all right. Well, before I go there, I just want to answer one quick question, Matt, to him.
Yeah, man.
So let's just say this. Let's just say if it did go that Jayden went one and y'all did get Caleb. Do you think Jayden would have had that spectacular year he had last year, or do you think Caleb would have been the rookie of the year?
I don't think Caleb would have been rookie of the year, nor do I think Jayden would have had the same success in Chicago. I think part of the reason why Caleb didn't do as well as in year one is as much as you guys had a lot of toys to play with, Cole Kmet, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, guys like that. The biggest thing, because I said this during the offseason when this news came out, he didn't know how to watch film. That is the biggest thing they teach you from, because I don't even play sports and I know this. They teach you from middle school to high school to Pop Warner to D3 to D2 to D1 to Pro to Hall of Fame. You watch the film. When he came out during the offseason and said, I didn't know what to look for in film, and I said this on TVB, he was listening too much to Kendrick because he turned the TV off in the film room. That was Jayden's biggest strength with Cliff Kingsbury. He was in the building from 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., turning on the film, doing the X's and O's, going frame by frame on the All-22, because LSU, for what it's worth, Joe Burrow, Heisman, top 5 quarterback in this league. Jayden Daniels, Heisman Trophy winner. There are arguments that he's probably top 10. I've got him, around that 7 spot on a good day. I think Caleb, again, just needs consistency. I just don't think if we had swapped Jayden and DQ merging so well, I don't know if he would have had that same success with an Eberflus, considering you got rid of him after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
It's a very interesting conversation about Jayden and Caleb, the first 2 picks of the draft, because kind of like you, John, you're just explaining about what quarterbacks you were fans of, and I was a fan of both of these guys. I was watching these guys specifically. I mean, us as Bears fans, we watch a lot of college football. They'll see what those high draft picks we have every year, and we knew that year with the quarterback and stuff. And I really liked both of the way that they played, and I think it's just all about situation and what situation you're put in, and you have to have that right quarterback, you have to the right coach, and the right supporting cast that's around you. And you brought up Cliff Kingsbury. As we look at the Jayden versus Caleb, and I'm going to bring up a couple of quotes here in a minute about what they were talking about getting ready for the game. But Cliff Kingsbury, I think, is a very intriguing guy for me when you look about the quarterback play in the offensive line. What can you tell us about Cliff Kingsbury in general so far this season? Because he was a little bit of a whole head coaching candidate last year after that season was done. Do you think that's going to happen again this year? Do you think he'll be another candidate for that? Do you think the offense, he's got some of the players he wants now in his second year? What would your overall assessment be for him so far?
Depending on how we finish the year, these first 4 or 5 weeks have been rough. Not just injury aside, because we got plagued with injuries, especially on the defensive side. But you lose Terry and Jayden and Noah Brown and and John Bates all within the first 2 weeks. So your offense has to dip. Cliff has shown he will, do risk management. Terry on the big shot against Cincinnati last year, the creativity in the divisional round against the Lions. Cliff is going to draw some things up, but it's a process. I think he will get head coaching looks, whether it's the Jets. Actually, no, I can't have that because they have Aaron Glenn forever. Whether that's Cleveland, whether that's New York Giants, whether that's Baltimore Cardinals, maybe Baltimore if they move on from John Harbaugh, which I doubt. I think he's gonna get looks. I just think it's gonna depend on the team, and if he isn't liking where those teams that we just listed off, I wouldn't want to go to any of those teams and try and rebuild. Why not stick with your golden goose and Jayden Daniels and say, all right, we built really well in year 1. Year 2 didn't go as well, but still a good season. Let me show you guys how refined I can be in year 3.
Yeah, you bring up some interesting points. Matt, do you want to add on anything?
I'm a huge fan of Cliff. Really was. I really wanted him. I wanted him as a Bear. By all means, I did. But I'll take Ben Johnson right now. with a smile on my face. I think he's going to be very productive,
Yep.
especially watching Caleb produce. He's produced every game, every game since the year started. He had 12 missed targets the first game. He had 8 the second game. 5 the third game. Fourth game he had 3. I mean, it's so he's doing productive stuff with Caleb. So like goes back to my first thing when I asked you about who would you rather have, and obviously you're happy with Daniel, winning what he did for you guys last year. And I was a Caleb Williams hater. I was like, man, I don't like the guy. I think he's soft. I don't think he'd be able to handle Chicago with the way we are with quarterbacks. And I was like, I wanted that Jayden Daniels type. But now watching these first few games, seeing what Ben Johnson can do, I think Caleb Williams is the answer. But this is the showdown. What we've been waiting for is this Monday, and hopefully we can play again in the playoffs. To take the best out of 3, because this Monday I think is going to be a lot.
It's going to be a lot. I want to go to. No, go ahead, Drew.
No, I was just saying, like, my thing with the 2 quarterbacks was, like, as my man said, I really wasn't too fond of Caleb's. I thought he had talent, but I thought his attitude wasn't in the right place that we needed, because
100%.
Especially when you send a text to the punter saying that, oh, you ain't gonna be punting a lot, and then you ate your words. So now that's why they on your ass. So,
Week 1 he ate them.
I forgot about that quote, man.
Yeah, so I just bought that up. I'm a realistic Bears fan, man. I'm not delusional, but all I'm just saying is that with Jayden, I thought he wasn't big enough. Because when you in Chicago, bro, you're gonna have to have some weight because they're gonna be coming hard. So I just thought he was gonna get either injured or he just wasn't big enough. So I was at the greater good. I was rooting for Caleb. Go ahead, Matt.
Caleb got sacked 67, 68 times last year, something like that. And he's a little bit bigger than Daniels, and that Daniels could have got hurt real bad.
That's my point. So, but I think what Caleb is doing right now, he's getting humbled, and he needed that because he was too cocky coming in. Now I think he's adapting to, what Chicago is now. So he's taking a step back now, and I think he's getting his head right mentally.
Fair enough.
And guys, I want to bring up a couple of quotes as we're talking about Jayden and Caleb. A couple of quotes leading into the game coming up on Monday Night Football. Nothing but God, once in a lifetime experience. Buy some time and don't throw the ball out of bounds. That's what Washington's quarterback Jayden Daniels talking about for the game on Monday. And then Caleb says, I could have played better. We could have played better on offense throughout the whole game, but we put ourselves in a better position, and we will. He's talking about the game on Monday as we get set. And I think it's going to be a hell of a matchup between those two, and with the coaching matchup and everything. And that's going to lead me over to our key factors and player matchups as we get ready for the game. We got John Ballin and Burgundy podcast right now. We can't thank John enough, and the podcast we're simulcasting right now, man, on both channels. This is awesome. I think this is definitely a first for me, man, on this show. So this is great to have you along, John, talking about the Commanders in the game on Monday. We got Drew and, man, everybody in the chat, too. Thank you guys for watching the show tonight, man. Thank you guys. We see you all in there, man. We really do, man. And everybody else watching, you can like and subscribe on our page and our channel, man, and share this with other football fans. Something that stood out to me, John, and then Matt and Drew, you guys could chime in too once we get to it. But I think one of the big factors to watch for this game, and as I was looking at the Commanders' running game against the Bears' rush defense, because I didn't realize how strong the rushing offense is for you guys right now, John, that you guys are averaging 156.4 yards per game and first in the league right now, according to ESPN. And we have the worst in the league rushing defense I'm talking about. We're allowing an average of 164.5 rushing yards per game, and it's been bad. And me and Drew, the last couple of weeks, we even on our shows, even against the Raiders, we talked about, we're like, man, how did Ashton Jeanty get so hot? How is he able to get all those yards? But every team that we've played so far have ran the ball very well against that Bears defense, and I think this is key for this game. So, John, when you look at the, I mean, we could sit here and talk about the Bears defense, and we talk a lot about it on this show and the rushing defense and just how poor it's been. But when you take a look at the Commanders' rush offense in general, what is it? It has to do with the offensive line. Is it the offensive line that's better? Is it the different play calling and plays that have gotten a little bit better? What has led them to have that offense, that type of offense?
I think it's a mix of everything. I think Cliff has finally learned what he has in the room, because we all went into this offseason saying, look, we love Brian Robinson, overcome it, you get shot in the leg, you overcome adversity, but you've never had 1,000-yard season. You never even had a 900-yard season. Cliff is a very fast-paced, you need guys that can go east to west and north and south, not like one jump. Like I kept saying, Brian Robinson has the vision of Helen Keller because he cannot make cuts. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt can cut better than Gordon Ramsay. This man will find a hole better. I'm not even going to make the joke because I don't know how we doing on here on CSB. Bill can cut with the rest of them. McNichols can pass block like no other. C-Rod is a good mix of both, and we can finally get this rotation. What is also helping is the offensive line. Now, as much as we don't have Sam Cosmi out, or we have Sam Cosmi out, which sucks because he's a Pro Bowl guard in this league, one of the best young guards in the league. Well, you get him back. You've got Laramie Tunzel, one of the best pass blocking tackles in the league. Biadash, who's one of the best centers in the league, even though he's a little bit older in his career. Coleman and Wiley, say what you want, good guard rotation, and you have the youngster and Josh Connolly Jr. So, I mean, outside of the Green Bay game, Connolly Jr. is actually done really well this season. The improved offensive line has helped. Having Cliff figuring out the run game is helping, and I think having the ability to have guys who can block, because last year it was Terry and Zacchaeus as your receivers. Well, you have John Bates, who's the best blocking tight end in the league. Debo can block really well. Jalen Lane is blocking really well. Luke McCaffrey, another really good blocking wide receiver. You have the ability to make good downfield blocks. That sets up a lot of these big runs for 40, 50, 30, 45 yards, like just pop plays out of nowhere. I think it's a combination of everything.
I'm going to add a little to something right here. I appreciate you guys having me on. I'm going to go. I got to watch my kids' game. It just started. I hate to hit and run, but hey, go Bears, and God bless you, man, to you and your team, and about to get that ass to belt this week, dog.
Oh, I see how it is. I see how it is. I got you.
Hey,
I got you, Matt. I got you, Matt.
Good to see you, Matt.
You guys have a good one, man, and
Take
I'm
care,
out,
bro.
I'll see
All
you.
right, take care, bro.
Take care, Matt.
Thank
Good
you.
to have you on, Matt. And enjoy
John,
the game, man.
John, let me ask you this though, because I'm gonna be honest. The reason why a lot of people was getting a lot of rushing yards from us or whatever is because we've been facing injuries since preseason,
Right.
and so you got to realize that we got a couple heavy hitters coming back, and it's gonna be a different ball game. I mean, I'm just saying when we at 100%, I mean our D is solid. And so we was missing pieces to that solidness. So that's why a lot of people been getting off on us. I mean, Green Bay, a lot of them been getting off, not Green Bay, Detroit. So all I'm just saying is Matt, is TJ back?
Yeah, it looks like he's back. I mean, we'll get the
All right.
injury reports tomorrow since it's a Monday night game. I know the injury reports come out tomorrow about everything right now, and we're going to talk about the injuries here in a minute. It
All right,
looks like
so
he is
cool.
coming
So that's what I'm saying. TJ Edwards is a big piece to the puzzle
Yes.
that we were missing. Kyler Gordon, a big piece to the puzzle that we missing.
Mhm.
So all
I
these
agree.
people are coming back Monday. So I'm not saying. I mean, I'm not saying y'all guys gonna do y'all thing regardless. I mean, y'all daily on the run. But all I'm just saying is, it might be a little more contained Monday. That's
Okay.
all I'm gonna basically say. I mean, yeah, that's my take on that one. But I don't know what you feel about it, Matt.
You know what's funny? Here's what I think right now, man. I feel like John, you're calm,
Yeah, you real
cool,
calm,
like yeah, right. Like, you know you're reminding me of, man. I remember it's reminding me of a couple of weeks ago when I went to the Tennessee Georgia game down here in Knoxville, And there was just so many. I felt like there was a lot of Tennessee fans that were just chirping, and then the Georgia fans were just cool, calm, like, all right, man. Yeah. And then somehow, and I'm like, wow, they freaking won that game. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen for this game on Monday. But that's just
Yeah,
just how I
John
kind of.
had that look like whatever,
It's
man. Y'all bears talking.
And I'm listening, I'm absorbing, I'm recognizing. I'm like, yes, I agree. You guys do have actually pieces that I was shocked. Like, you guys got Grady Jarrett in the offseason, and then he went down. I'm like, well, that's now it's just null and void. TJ Edwards, I wanted him when he was coming out, but can't do it. Jalen Johnson, one of the best young corners in the league,
Ooh, man,
on IR.
We definitely need him in there.
You need him. Zav Frazier, another corner safety coming out of. Oh, I can see this goal. I want to say it's UTSA, but I feel like that's wrong. But another really young. Oh, that's right. UTSA, a really young piece. That I was a little higher on than most. You guys got him, and now he's injured. Austin Booker, a nice young edge rusher you guys picked up with the last pick of your draft last year. He's on IR. Kieran Amadaje, tackle. He's on IR. Delnor Wright, questionable. You have a backup left tackle. Like, you guys have a lot of pieces missing. So I will give you benefit of the doubt. Like, if we rush all over the yard, there's an absolute conversation of saying you're missing all the big run stuff pieces. My thing is, we are also riddled with injuries.
Yeah, I was just about to say that too. And then too, we already know what type of game we already know what type of game we playing, man. It's next man up. Injuries part of the game.
Yeah, it's.
And you guys bring up a good point here. We're talking about Week 6 injury report. Now we're going to bring a couple with you, John. Drew, you already talked about the Bears, about Edwards. It looks like he's coming back. Donald Wright, I don't know. I don't know if Donald Wright is going to be playing or not on Monday. It's going to be interesting to see when that report comes out. I don't think he's coming back. I think they're really preparing for Benedict and Trapillo to be playing at the both tackle positions. So we'll see what that looks like tomorrow when that comes out. But it looks like Gordon also is coming back. We have not had Gordon.
None.
We haven't had Gordon at all. Yeah, we haven't had Gordon at all. We haven't had Edwards. So Edwards since week 2, man. So I think that's going to help a lot. I was just talking, John, we were just talking to you about the our rushing defense against your rushing offense. I think that's going to help big time for us. And I guess my question to you is, and he's on my fantasy team with a Q for the last couple of weeks, is Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin, man, if you could just you're talking about some of the injuries that have riddled the Commanders right now. Terry McLaurin, do you think he's going to play on Monday? And who else are you looking at to either come back or not play for our game?
Unfortunately, I don't see Terry playing this coming Monday, and I'll talk about more of this on the Burgundy Breakdown later tonight. With the injury he has, which is right now a quadricep injury, but I think he had injured part of his leg when he went out against the Packers or the game after week 3. We expected him to go on IR, which would have sucked, but they were taking it week by week. Noah Brown practiced today. He had the groin and knee injury since week 2. So we might get that receiver back, but I don't see Terry coming back per se. I would give him another week and then go from there. Because I think if he was healthy, like the 4th week in the IR, it would have done us no good to have him sit there. So I get it. Sam Cosmi's still out. I don't expect him to play. He'll be ready by Dallas, so 2 weeks away, I believe. But the Terry injury crushes me because we all love Terry. I could have probably pulled out the Terry jersey. But we spent this whole offseason saying you've got to pay Terry. You've got to pay the franchise guy, the face of the franchise before Jayden got here. The man who's went through 3 head coaches, 3 offensive coordinators, 3 name changes, 2 ownerships. Like, everything a player would go through in 55 years, he went through in 6, which is outrageous. But now it gives the people the ammunition who are like, this is why you don't pay a 30-year-old wide receiver. This is why he didn't get the money. Trey Hendrickson didn't deserve the money. T didn't deserve the injury or didn't deserve the money. It's like, if he got injured without paying him, then we all have been sitting here. Well, this is why you pay him, because now you guarantee he's gonna be, riddled next year. And if you paid him earlier in the season, this might not have happened. But it sucks not having Terry out there. But in hindsight, it opens things up for Debo and Luke and Jalen. So there's a fine line of, it's a good thing he's been out, because normally like Luke McCaffrey wouldn't be getting these opportunities. Debo wouldn't already have 300 passing or receiving yards on the year in 5 games kind of thing. But it sucks because when you lose your number one, you expect your whole offense to fall apart, and that's what it kind of did against Atlanta.
Give me updates.
And we got Doug G here. The chat. Any updates on Brisker and Santos? I saw Santos also on the injury. I got the injury list do come out tomorrow, but I think Santos right now. I don't know if he's playing or not on Monday. Kicker.
No.
Cairo Santos
be out there. I think Brisker, Cairo Santos. I don't know. I think it might be 50-50, but we're gonna find out. We'll find out and see. Drew. I think the other guy I missed for us too, Drew, is Grady Jarrett. Grady Jarrett's another one that we really need to get back out there. And I think everything's trending in the right direction that he's going to play on Monday.
I hope so, man, because we definitely need him because what did he? I forgot what type of injuries is he dealing with. Do you know?
I think it was something that he had last year.
A knee injury.
There was a knee. No, I'm almost positive it was
okay.
A knee.
Yeah.
But
no, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was. You're right. It is a knee injury. That's right. It was back in September. It was game 2.
If he does have a knee injury, I mean, as much as I want him in there, bro, I mean, I think they should, because a knee is hard to come back from, and you don't want to just put, a guy that you just picked up, to be out not permanently, but a longer time than expected. So maybe they have to keep him out though. But I mean, to make a long story short, man, like I said, it's always next man up. So we just gonna have to do what we got to do to get the job done. And I mean, if we don't have him, if we don't have Garrett, then Jared, then we just got to put somebody in that we just got to keep whatever we tossing, turning, whatever we got to do to get the win, bro. It's about the win at the end of the day. So. That's my whole take on it.
Hey guys, congratulations! We're up to 10K now on our channel. Thank you guys very much, man. We appreciate that, man. Everybody that watches, thank you, man. And then we got Chevy_guy 8213. Congratulations, he won our jersey giveaway. And dude, enjoy that jersey, man. We're gonna be giving another one away when we get to 11K. So every 1K, we are going to be giving away a jersey. So congratulations on that. And thank you guys so much for all the support on the Chicago Sports Podcast tonight.
Oh, no, don't tell me that.
Doug G says, Jake, no,
Jake,
Jake,
I'm straight on him.
But, oh, man. So we got John here, Ballin and Burgundy Podcast. We just went over some of the injuries coming up for this week for the Bears. I think for us, when we look at our end, I think Grady Jarrett and T.J. Edwards is huge coming back to help stop up the run. T.J. Edwards is so good, coverage all over the field, his instincts. The guy is just such a smart player. As we're big fans of T.J. Edwards here on the show and just Bears fans in general, man, because he's been so good since he's been here. When we look at the defense a little bit here, John, there's a couple more things I want to bring up before you cut you loose here tonight and you get ready for your show tonight, which you could talk about that before you leave. I want to ask about Frankie Louvu, your star linebacker, man, because there's a lot of that dude's a stud, man. We talked about him on this show quite a bit last year. We talked about him leading into that game. And then I was just kind of researching and walking around a little bit. And is he been off to a slow start? So I looked at his line for last week's game, and I know sometimes you can't really look into that, where I think I saw 4 tackles and maybe a pressure. I can't remember exactly what it was. And I don't look all into that. But when you talk about the start of this, because he's such a playmaker and he's such a star player, has he been off to a slow start, or is he just kind of getting going, or is that a good thing that he's not on there because so many teams are preparing for him?
For the standard he had set last year with 8 sacks, like 90-something tackle. Actually, I got to pull up right here. 99 total tackles, 8 sacks, 2 forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, an interception. Like, he had a very breakout year, even though he had a really good year in the Carolina the year before, or the few years before. We were expecting, we've got, Jacob Fatu levels of excitement in Frankie Louvu. We got some big ass Samoan energy in Frankie Louvu coming in this year. He's working out with the edge rushers. He's working out with Ryan Kerrigan, one of the most underrated edge, prospects and players, I think, in the past few, I'd say past 20 years. I don't want to go too far. I'd say past 20 years for some of our younger viewers. And he comes into this season, he has 28 total tackles and a sack. I'm like, I get it's only week 5 going into week 6, but you're not on pace for any of the stats we expected you. We're not seeing you fly across the field doing what you want to do. There's a reason why you're supposed to rush the pass, not be in the pass. So he's definitely off to a slow start, but also when you have guys like Von Miller, Bobby Wagner, they're getting Jordan McGee into play. You draft Madrano, you bring in his UCLA brother in Cajo. You still have Nick Bellore on special teams. There's a cycle in this linebacker room they're using, not well, I might add. But I need him to pick up the pace, because if he weren't, like, linebacker stats aren't everything. It's mainly just tackles, forced fumbles, things like that. But when he came into the season as a bona fide edge, like a TJ Watt esque, like plays linebacker. Yeah. He's really coming off the edge. We expected that from him, and I'm sitting there like, I didn't realize we had Montez Sweat back on the team.
Oh wow! Now you go through a shot.
Yeah, that could be a sour subject around here sometimes, man.
I mean, they're playing like the same position at this rate in their careers. Like we traded Del Montez Sweat, and I haven't heard his name since.
I mean, no, Sweat was doing his thing for a minute. I mean, he's off to a slow start, but I mean, Sweat is still Sweat once he finds his rhythm, man. I don't know what it's gonna take to find his rhythm. Dennis Allen gonna have to, do something, talk some sense into him or something. But your boy was a beast last year. Mm-hmm. And like I was like, man, I don't want to see this dude this year, but I'm grateful that he's having the start he's having, because we definitely need him to have that on Monday as well.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a silver lining. We have Dorrance Armstrong, who is 3rd in sacks on the league, top in total pressures. I think top 3 in QB hits. He has 5 sacks in 5 games, so he's on pace for a sack a game. He's on pace for 17 sacks a season. I'm like, I'll take more pressure from the actual edge position.
Make it a slow pace.
Yeah, so you bring up Montez Sweat for us for Drew brings up, you bring up Montez Sweat, man, and it's crazy to see what that trade is here a couple of years later, and what that's done for you guys. And I think the jury's still out on him, because there's certain times where Sweat looks really good for us, and he can get to the quarterback. But so far this year, it's been kind of quiet. And I know he gets criticized a lot, but we still have season left. But for the contract that he's getting, I think a lot of people are just kind of debating right now, is that worth the money? Is that essentially what Washington did, why they traded him away, or they needed to start getting rid of some of the salary? Because I know at that time they had all those guys they had to pay up front, or they had guys coming off the contract. Is that kind of what you saw too? When
it was a thing of like, this team isn't going to go anywhere. I don't expect us to. Ron was pretty much checked out the building. Jack Del Rio, I think, had been fired right after that. The whole Snyder thing was still happening. Like, that was just a clean house. Get rid of guys. We appreciate y'all for the 2nd round pick. I have a question for y'all and for all Bears fans out there. With Montez Sweat being 6'6", 270 pounds, is it a possibility that the Bears could try him on the interior as a pass rush D tackle?
What do you think, Drew? I'll let you answer that first.
Oh, that's kind of, I'm trying to think.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah. I mean, I never really thought about that. That's why I'm just he kind of threw a curveball at me. I don't think so. I mean, Sweat's his whole game is on the outside, bro, and I don't think he would be beneficial in that position. I mean, I'm just trying to imagine it. I don't know, man.
You can't see it.
I just can't see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. Well, here's the thing: we're paying him $100 million to rush the quarterback and play the outside, man. So, like, you're getting paid as to be one of the pass rushers of this team and to be one of the premier pass rushers of this league. So, I still think that's his position, and he stays in that position. We also have Grady Jarrett right there in the middle that we paid a lot of money for in the offseason. That I mean, as you're getting the gist here, we're paying money for these guys to come in and produce where they're supposed to produce. It's a good thought, though. You know, John, that's
Yeah,
something I
that's
never
why he
even
had me
thought
stuck.
of.
I'm like, huh?
Is I'm thinking of right now. And I don't think it's been brought up at all. I don't think I've ever heard anybody bring that up at all in general since he's been here. And I don't know yet, man. I still think it's way
Yeah.
too early.
I mean,
I
but
think
we
it's
got to
still
be
way too early.
patient, bro. I mean, everybody go through slumps. So I mean, you know, everybody don't look at y'all, boy. I mean, last year versus this year. I mean, we just got to be a little bit patient. But of course, this is Chicago, and we have very little patience because we just want the results now, bro. I mean, it's been so long. It's like we need it now. But like Matt said, I think just keep him on the outside. And hopefully he'll find his mojo back and, you know, get back going. But, you know, that's just part of the game too. Slumps and injuries.
True. I was just thinking that because again, you're paying him $100 million. He's going into year 6. I mean, and the best year was the midway point when y'all traded for him. 6.5 sacks with us, 6 for y'all, and then 5.5 last year with 32 total tackles. This year he has 11 total tackles and a sack. I was high on Montez Sweat coming out of the draft. He had that injury concern that made him fall, or else he would have been Jared Verse-esque, meaning hype and draft stock. But I wonder with you guys, does it get to a certain point of like you're paying him $100 million to do what exactly? Run stuff at this rate?
Right.
And I'm glad you brought that up because I thought, and I knew the 1 sack, and I thought for sure it'd be a little bit higher than that. A couple like 5 going into week 6, I thought it would be at least maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're paying him for. So I don't know, man. I still, as we still have time here for the rest of the year, we'll see how this one plays out. But I will be very disappointed. I think not just me. I think all Bears fans would say
all
be very
Bears fans.
disappointed.
But John, that was
if he doesn't get double digit sacks, man. If you're trading a first,
that was a great question, bro. I like when people challenge me. That's a good question.
You're gonna have that. A lot of us thinking about that now, especially if you
right. I'm like, hey,
by week 13, people are gonna be like, man, are we gonna be moving them in or not? So we got John here, Ballin and Burgundy podcast. Thanks, John, for joining us today. So I want to ask you, as we get ready for the game on Monday, what in your mind is the weak spot of the Commanders? Where, and I saw the lines and stuff like that, but if the Bears are going to win this game, and I think a lot of us are confident that we can win this game, but if we're going to go in there and win, and it's going to be tough, it's going to be really hard in that environment. Where are the Bears going to have to strike? Where is there an area they can strike on this team in order to make
secondary?
That happen?
It's been our weak sauce of the year. We came into this year expecting a healthy, locked-in Marshawn Lattimore, Mike Sanders still taking the step up. Trey Amos, should have been a first-round pick if we're all being honest. He was really good coming out of Ole Miss and Alabama. He fell to us in the second, thank God. But with the injury to Jonathan Jones, Igbenogany is a cool 5. Marshawn just looks lost. Marshawn is a great run stuff corner, but that's just a safety. That's not a cornerback. Sanders still flashes. He's had 2 picks on the year and 1 back-to-back games, which is great. Amos is looking he need a little bit of some seasoning left to put on him, but it's the secondary. You can pass whether it's the middle of the field, 3/4 of the field, right in front of the D-line. It does not matter. You can pass on this team, and you guys have the pieces for it. I'm a Rome Odunze fan. I'm a DJ Moore fan. I'm a Cole Kmet fan. I'm a Colson Loveland fan. You've got really good pieces.
You like LB3?
I was... Luther Burden is such an interesting prospect to me because going into last year, he was supposed to be a top 5, top 10 pick. Then he starts to slide around those 20s. I'm thinking, if he comes to Washington, it's game over. Jayden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, Luther Burden. That'd be insane. And then I start getting throughout the bowl games, and I'm starting to get into these these press conferences for draft picks. I'm just like, something's doing this. The hype and the actual production isn't producing the way we expected it to. And you guys got him in like the early second round too. So it's like, it's still really good value, but also like you could have said that was a reach for what he's looked like so far. I think he's made really good plays for y'all. But again, when he's your third, fourth receiver, like y'all got Lamade Zaccheaus from us, so you're welcome, I guess, for the whole 119 yards he's put up.
Oh, we
But
appreciate that too.
He's looked pretty good, man.
he is, yeah.
Surprisingly.
Zaccheaus for us was essentially our number 2, and he was really good for us. But then he would just have those few moments of like, okay, Zaccheaus is going to come up once again, make a really good catch, and he drops it. I'm like, dog. Zaccheaus' unreliability last year, along with our kicking game, is also Matt Gay this year. He's consistently inconsistent. And I'm just like, why can't we have anything good in DC? And it is what it is. I just think Luther Burden needs almost a swift kick in the ass to really turn it into high gear. I just don't know if that's going to come from Ben Johnson.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it, man, because I watched a lot of him at Mizzou last year, and there were certain times when you saw him catch the ball, man, and you saw that speed in him, and then there were some drops from him as well. So we're going to see how that one plays out. Drew, I want you to tell the Commanders fans why. If you look at the Bears? So I just asked John the question about how the Bears can win, what the weakness is. When you look at the Bears, how would the Commanders beat the Bears? What would they exploit on our weakness, man? I mean, we got a couple areas that I think you can pick on, but when you look at our team, man, what could you tell the Commanders?
We have several. We have no run game. Well, at least we haven't shown any signs of run game at the moment. So all they have to do, if they stop the run, I mean, I think our receivers, I think Doomsday gonna have a big game. I think our receivers gonna have a great game, but I think what Washington gonna have to do is shut down the run. And the defense gonna have to, I don't know who y'all defensive
coordinator.
Yeah,
it's Joe Witt Jr.
Okay.
Yeah, he was from the Cowboys.
He came with right.
I mean, if he could come up with some plays to get Caleb uncomfortable, because of course we know that Caleb is still developing in that pocket. So if he could make him uncomfortable and maybe come with the blitz and get him to maybe throw the ball from the end zone to the out zone, wherever he's gonna throw it, I believe then once you get Caleb uncomfortable, I think you gonna have a great chance. But especially the run game, though. The run game, you guys might be able to contain us.
I think that's key too, Drew. To what you said, if John, if you guys get your run game going and you stay on the field, which a lot of teams have been able to do with us right now, I think that's going to be a big key for this game.
Yeah, we need to really get the run game going. I think Debo is still. I don't expect Terry to play, but I think Debo and Luke are still gonna have those really big moments to where this could be like a going into the fourth quarter, like a tied 21-21 game. You guys are shutting down the run really well in the fourth quarter, and we do again like a 50-yard bomb to Luke to flip the field. Say what you want, like you guys have really good pieces. I need Joe Witt to do something. I think our D-line is fine. I think he'll make Caleb uncomfortable, to Drew's point. I think Dorrance Armstrong will probably have a sack. I think Von Miller might have another sack because he's been producing these past 2-3 games. I just need the secondary to do something. I don't know if they're actually going to do it.
I doubt it, but we'll see.
Like, what's the old saying? I could be wrong, but I doubt it.
Yep.
Well, we're hoping you're wrong on Monday, man, for your Commanders to win this game. So before I get to some predictions here, we're gonna go around and get some predictions. Everybody watching tonight, we got Bears fans, we got Commanders fans. Thank you guys all for watching, man. This has been so much fun. For the Ballin and Burgundy podcast, make sure you guys like and subscribe to their YouTube channel as well, and follow their content all season long, man. like I did and like everybody else has, man. So that is awesome that you guys are with us here tonight. I was looking. This is kind of a weird question, but I was looking at the weather for the weekend. I noticed that you guys are getting a lot of rain, or it's supposed to rain all weekend long, possibly going into Monday, where they're expecting. I mean, we're still listen, we're still days out, but I think I was watching Fox 5 DC, and I mean that's how I was really preparing for everything today, man. I was following weather. I was following the weather on your local news stations, man, in DC. But they were saying that there could be a possibility of a lot of rain this weekend and a lot of rain possibility into Monday, which can certainly affect the game. Is that how you're seeing it right now? Is that look like that could be?
Yeah, right now we're seeing about an 80% chance of rain going into Monday night. So if that's anywhere between 35 and 65, expect rain in Virginia, because we have as bipolar weather as Ezra Miller behavior. It's just all over the place. So I would expect some rain to come. It might not be like when you guys played the San Francisco 49ers and it was just, a fish tank in Chicago. I don't expect it to be that levels of wet, but I expect there to be some rain.
Okay. So there could be some type of weather that could affect the game. And we'll certainly keep an eye out on that. I want to say congratulations, by the way, too. We got John from the X app for winning the Cubs PCA jersey giveaway today. The Cubs ended up winning Game 4. They beat the Brewers 4-3. 4-3, man. They ended up winning game. So that there's gonna be another game tomorrow. We'll see if the Cubs can still hang in there, or if they're gonna be able to close that out, man. So we were hoping not to sweep, man. We were hoping to get a win, man. Get it with don't go out and get swept, man. So follow us along, guys, and congratulations to John Teagarden for the jersey, man, and we'll hopefully get another win tomorrow. And okay, so here we go. As we start winding down here, we got the Bears Commanders Monday in Washington for the revenge game, the Hail Mary revenge game that we talked about in the beginning of the show. You know that the experts and everybody that's covering that game this weekend is going to be talking about that a ton. That to the point where I'm like, all right, let's just go on already. I mean, I guess when you have something like that happen, you know this is going to happen. Listen, we're not stupid around here. We know that this is going to be brought up, and you would not be doing your job if you did not talk about that. So, with that being said, I think on our end, we broke down everything for the Bears Commanders and how we all look at it. I think that a lot of those players are still a lot of players on this team from last year that remember that game, and they're going to be pissed going in there. And there's a different type of attitude, a different type of mantra with the Ben Johnson era. But when you look at it on the Commanders side, what are they thinking about this game Monday, John? Do you think this is a winnable game against the Bears at home? Or do they just think of them? Do they just think of that Hail Mary game as, hey, man, that turned our season last year? There's some new guys in here, or that's just in the past right now?
I think it's a mix of both. I think there's a lot of fans who are saying, okay, we came off last year, the Hail Mary, the Hail Noah, the Maryland Miracle, and, you ride the momentum going into these games. Other side of this community is like, any given Sunday, we should have smacked and barbecued those Falcons. We, in turn, got bent over. We should have kept things really, really close to the Packers. Nah, they had our way with us. So I think it's any given Sunday at this rate. I'm in the belief of it's any given Sunday. Like your record is 2-2, but there's also been like really big mishaps for y'all of like, no, this makes sense why we're 2-2. We're 3-2 when we could easily either be 1-4 or 4-1. Like the Minnesota game, that's a really close game. You get blown out by Detroit. All right, so that's our Green Bay game too. But then you blow out Dallas, but then you keep it really close against Las Vegas. Like 2 of your games are 3 points or less. If you win both those games, you're 3-1, almost 4-1. So I think it's going to be a really close game. I think it's going to keep things really, really good. I just hope this game is probably going to go one of two ways. Either you guys are going to start off hot and dip in the second half, or we're going to do the same. We're going to get off hot and dip in the second half. I don't think there's going to be a balanced game.
Well,
yeah, I agree with that. Drew, what do you think?
Well, I don't know. I disagree. I think it's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna be back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because I think, Caleb got something to prove this game. Jayden got something to prove. Like, hey, I beat you for a reason last year. And
Mhm.
Caleb was like, no, you got lucky off of Hail Mary. So it's like, hey, I think it's gonna be a boxing match, bro. And I think it's gonna come down to the field goal. I mean,
No,
with two
okay.
teams. I think it's gonna come down to the field goal. I mean, I'm not gonna give my prediction until Matt tells me, but I think it's gonna be a very close game. It's gonna be a very hard fought game. So I'm gonna stick to that. It's gonna be very, very close.
So you think it's going to come down to a backup Chicago kicker or
Yeah.
homosexual Matt Gay?
I think it's gonna come down to the field goal. With a type of game like this, I think it's gonna come down to the field goal. And you've seen like most of these games that we've been seeing, the hard fought been coming down to the field goal, and it's a lot of times been blocks. But I mean,
Oh
that was
God.
some of the most craziest things I've ever seen. But yeah, but I think it's gonna come down to that. I think they're gonna be going back and forth. But then again, I just hope we don't take a dive, as you were saying, because once we take a dive, it's kind of hard to get out that hole.
We
So
know.
I just
We
want to,
know. We know here in Washington.
man. I just want to keep it close. Hey, whatever we gotta do to keep it close, keep it close. But if Santos is out, I'm worried.
I think that's going to be. I think that's a key injury. If he, we'll find out tomorrow. The injury, the first injury report comes out tomorrow because it's a Monday night game. Normally you see him on Wednesdays, but since it's a Monday night game, it's going to come out tomorrow. So it's going to be interesting to see if Santos is on that list or not. And that's a good point there, Drew, because if we don't have him, and I don't know what that's going to come down or what that's going to look like. But I think the key for this too, in my opinion, is going to be all about if they can rush if they're able to stay on the field, and if we were talking about Krosky Merritt earlier in the game, and if he's running all over us and he's got another 100-yard game, I think it's going to be very difficult for the Bears to win this game. And I'm hoping our rush defense, with the key injuries that we were talking about earlier, with Edwards and Jared coming back, I hope that can help. And with Gordon coming back, we got some key guys coming back on our defense that we really haven't had and played together. That's what I'm looking at. So final scores, John. What's your final score? Who wins?
Final score. I've been consistent all year about some of these games being one score games, and I've been right 60% of the time. I've been right every time. I'm gonna go the route of a 28-21 Commanders win. I think it's gonna be a one score game. If this really has to come down to Matt Gay versus Jake Moody, I'm taking the running backs. I just don't need to rely on that because I've seen the first 3 weeks of the season, we got killed by Matt Gay. And considering Jake Moody's your practice squad place kicker, I don't have any hopes about you guys with Jake Moody. So I'm going to go 28-21 Commanders. I'm going to keep things within a one score game.
Okay, Commanders for John. All right, now I'm going to put you on the spot here, Drew. And if you say Commanders, I'm taking you off the show.
Oh, bro,
I'm
not going against my squad, man. I'm going with the Bears win. I'm going with a close game. As I said, I think it's going to come down to the field goal. I think it's going to be 27-24 Bears.
I like that.
But that depends if Santos is playing.
Well, I think we all hope, man. I think all of us as Bears fans hope, even though he was off to a little bit of a rough start. He's looked really good, and I feel like every time in Chicago we're always talking about kickers and what our kickers are coming down to. But so you guys got them both close. I think this is going to be a high scoring game. Now, depending on that weather that we brought up here a little bit ago, I mean, we'll see what that looks like. But I think this is going to be, I'm going to say 34-28. I'm going to say the Bears 34-28. I don't feel 100% confident on that. I wouldn't be surprised if the Commanders win at home, but I'm going to say I'm going to pick the Bears on this one. And I'm just hoping for a good game, John. Let's just hey, man, you know what? At the end of the day, we got Monday Night Football. We got all the world watching on us. We got the first two picks of the draft, the 2024 draft. And let's go out there and have a good game, and it's going to be fun to watch. John, Ballin, Burgundy podcast joining us on the show tonight. So, John, an hour from now, literally an hour right from now, you have another show. So talk about the show tonight. How can people follow you, and what do you have coming up on your show?
So from an hour from now, myself, Reedy Z, one guy talking sports, a.k.a. the Burgundy Breakdown, every Wednesday night, 9:45-ish. because most of us know if you set one time for most people, it's going to be a few minutes late, or it's going to be technical difficulties because it's always something with tech that goes wrong. But we're really going to highlight some of the big plays from the Chargers game. Bill and Luke McCaffrey look like superstars in the making, and we're only into week 5, and I'm saying this. And then we're going to look forward to this Chicago game. We'll have more on this throughout the week from us, from Ballin and Burgundy podcast. We'll give some of our thoughts throughout the week. But yeah, an hour from now, at Ballin and Burgundy podcast, at the Burgundy Breakdown, at Reading Z, at One Guy Talking Sports, all TBB later tonight.
Oh, I'm with you, bro. You got a Facebook too, or?
So not quite Facebook. I mean, I have a Facebook. We do not have a Facebook.
Okay.
But I mean, as you can see, if you're watching full screen, I can do the whole rundown. So it's at Ballin and Burgundy podcast on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, at BIB podcast 22 because Twitter hates long usernames, and I refuse to pay $14.99 for a blue ass check mark. I refuse to pay money where it's not needed. It's like EA. I'm not paying EA any money, and I don't even play the game.
I got you.
All right, John, Ballin and Burgundy podcast joining us tonight. All right, so you guys join them an hour from now, 9:45 Eastern time. You guys like and subscribe on their YouTube channel, and you can watch a show. And John, we're gonna let you go, man, so you can get ready for your show tonight, and we'll be watching in, man. We'll be watching in and follow you guys along, man, and then we'll see what happens next week, and we'll check back in with you.
Sounds like a plan,
all right?
fellas. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, John. John from the Ballin and Burgundy podcast. Thank you again, man. You have a great night, man, and good luck on Monday. All right. All right, John.
Absolutely.
Thanks, John. All right, guys. There's John, the Ballin and Burgundy podcast, man. Very happy to have him join us tonight. And Drew, as first off, we gotta have a big congratulations here. We got Eric William. Eric William. He is our latest jersey. He just won a Bears jersey, man. So congratulations to Eric William, man. Congratulations, Eric, man. Thank you for watching the show tonight.
Appreciate you, bro.
We really appreciate that. And to all you guys, because, guys, today is a big day for the Chicago Sports Podcast. 10,000 subscribers. 10,000 subscribers, man. This is freaking awesome, man. Thank you guys for all the support of our shows. Drew, I mean, everybody, all the support to get to this milestone right now for the Chicago Sports. We're just in the beginning parts of it.
Oh, man. Hey, that's a milestone, bro. I mean, it's hard to get 10K, man. So, man, shout out to the whole team, Chicago Sports, man. Yeah, hey, we just trying to do our best to bring y'all the best we could do. And, man, shout out to Trax. Shout out to all the staff. Shout out to everybody.
Yeah, shout out to you guys. You know, I started at the beginning here with Trax, and to Trax, man, for putting everything on there, and he does a really good job keeping everything together here on our channel. Started off the very first show, and then I remember the first couple of shows I'm watching it, and I'm like, man, this is so much fun. I've never done anything like this before, and just trying to make sure I'm like just doing all the basic stuff because I've never done like video podcasting, and just having a couple of people watching. I'm like, dude, this is so much fun. And here we are a couple years later, man. It's starting to really explode, and just a big thank you to you guys, man. So I mean,
I appreciate everybody out there
talking, because we're at the end of the day, Drew, we're just like we're just Bears fans, man. We're just diehard Bears fans talking about Bears. That's what we are.
That's it.
And so here's the deal. You know what's cool about this too, guys, is so when we get to 11K, there was going to be a jersey giveaway for every 1K. So for every 1K, we're going to be doing a jersey giveaway. So keep an eye on that, man. Also, we have some merch also from the Chicago Sports Podcast as well. You can get your merch. The Chicago Sports, you can rep it in style. You can rep it. You know what you could do with this, Drew? You could use this when you go to work. You could use it on first dates. You could use it on date nights. I can use it at the gym, man. I go to the gym every morning at 6:30, man. I could be repping it out at the gym. You can do whatever you want with it, man. You could show up in style, man. And I know you're all about style,
me,
Drew.
bro. Yeah, especially that middle one. Well, ooh, I love that. That good, better, best. Woo.
Yeah, with Ben Johnson on it, man. Yeah, that's a good
I love that
shirt,
man quotes. I love his quotes, bro.
Oh, dude, he's got awesome quotes, man. I mean, we're all big Ben Johnson fans around here. I'm gonna put this up here right here on the bottom of the ticker. You guys see etsy.com, and that's /shop CSP Fit. So you guys will see that on the bottom of the ticker right there. If you want to shop, man, you guys can just click on that link, and you guys can shop for the shirts.
Yep.
For the Chicago Sports Podcast. Gonna get to you got to get yours, man. So thank you guys again. But also coming up on Monday, there is going to be a watch party. Hold on, let me get back to that. It's like I'm a rookie again here. I'm so excited that we're up to 10K and I'm trying to manage everything, man. I'm like, man, I feel like a rookie tonight. Let me. Oh, it's gonna be over here because there's gonna be a watch party that Drew you were at the last time. Here we go. Yes, here we go. That Wind Creek, Chicago's Southland watch party for the Bears Commanders game that's coming up on Monday night. Track's gonna be it's birthday, man. Trax is celebrating his birthday on Monday, man. It's gonna be a bash.
Happy birthday, Trax.
Hell yeah, man. He's gonna do a shot of water. He told me he was gonna do a shot of water.
Yeah, we're gonna give him more than that.
He's gonna be keeping it clean. So talk to us. So you went to the last one, man. So just talk to us how much fun it is, man. Because you were talking before we jumped on the show. You're like, dude,
oh
it's
man,
so much fun, and you meet new people, and it just like
yeah, man. When I first came, man, I met one of my boys, Andy. He was on the show. We were sitting right next to each other, man. I mean, the vibe was cool. The screens are very big, so that was a big plus. I was like watching about 5-6 games at once, and the chairs are comfortable. The people are great. We had Trax, we had Miller there. We had a lot of the CSP people there, man. We was just doing our thing, had a few drinks, eating good food. Man, it was just a blast, man. I had fun, and I mean, I look forward to going back.
Yeah, man. You just heard him talk about it. Go out there. You don't have any plans on Monday night. You know what's funny about? You know what I like about Monday nights, Drew? Like I feel like there's some days during the week, Mondays, Tuesdays, even Wednesdays, where you just kind of want to relax. You work all day, you want to relax, hang out. But then there's some of those days where you're not feeling it, especially when we have a primetime game. When we're playing on Monday Night Football, I don't know if I just like sitting on the couch to watch the game. I want to go out and be with other people, be with other fans. I feel like that's a good excuse just alone to go out on top of being around cool people, being around the Chicago Sports Podcast and celebrating.
It's most definitely. Then too, of course, if you know, if you don't want to be around your lady, you like, hey, I'm going up to the Wind Creek to go for Track's birthday. But nah, man, I had a ball, bro, and I would recommend anybody, man, y'all come up there, support Tracks. It's a vibe. It's a good time. It's great food, great drinks, lovely TVs. Man, y'all gonna have a ball. So go on, check it out.
Yeah, come on. You guys can check that out and follow us along. We do have more shows coming up too. You guys can follow us along on Thursday nights. D-Nice usually in the house on Thursday nights. Tomorrow night, getting ready for the Bears Commanders game. And Drew, as we get ready here, final thoughts about the game, about the Commanders game on Monday night, man. Is there something that makes you nervous about the Commanders? I know besides the Hail Mary games, there's something like is Jayden Daniels the way he played last game, or what's making you nervous as a Bears?
I mean, it's just trying to. I'm not to go back to the Hail Mary, but it's about shaking that off because, of course, by us meeting the Commanders again, it's gonna be on our brains. I mean, it's no way we can get it off, but we just gotta realize that was last year. This is this year. Let's focus. Let's do what we gotta do. We got our brand new coach. We got our staff. Hey, and we coming off a bye week, bro. I mean, what's better way coming off a bye week than to get a win? So I just think, man, we just go in there, do what we gotta do, and do not think. And Stevenson, concentrate, concentrate, bro. Don't. But I know. Hey, Stevenson been doing good work for us, bro. So I think we're gonna be cool. Let's just keep our minds on the task. That's it.
I think Stevenson's gonna be ready for this game. He's matured a lot this year. He's played very well. He's played very well the last couple of weeks too. I think he's gonna have a great game on Monday. He's gonna continue.
And honestly,
as we get ready.
No, I'm just saying. Honestly, I think he was waiting on this. I think this is gonna be a redemption game for him to be like, look, I messed up last year, but I'm gonna come at him this year.
And I hope he does, man. And he'll have Kyle Gordon back there. I think it looks like he'll have Kyle Gordon back there. And we'll leave you guys with a Ben Johnson quote here too. Ben Johnson, good, better, best. Just like the shirt. Just when we pulled up the Chicago sports merchandise here just about a couple of minutes ago. One of the shirts With Ben Johnson on it had good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good gets better and your better gets best. Heck, you could use that quote for this game. You could use that quote for life. You could use that quote for anything.
Oh yeah, I gotta put that whole quote on the whole t-shirt, bro.
Which you guys can get that because we have that shirt for you. In case you guys missed it, the Chicago Sports Podcast merchandise too. As you see right in the middle there, the good, better, and best from Ben Johnson. And as we get ready here, so Drew, first off, we want to thank our friend. We want to thank John from the Ballin and Burgundy podcast, man. Don't forget, he's got a show tonight. He's got a show here in about 35 minutes. So like and subscribe on their YouTube channel. He was awesome to have on, breaking down the Commanders. You can get all the Commanders. You want to get more Commanders content and get ready for the game so you know what you're watching on Monday. There's no better show to follow than that one, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna check them out too, man, because it was Ballin and Burgundy, right? Okay.
Yep. That's on YouTube. So yeah, just like and subscribe there. He's got a show coming up right at 9:45 Eastern time. And we got more shows coming up as well. Tomorrow night we'll have another show here on the Chicago Sports Podcast, and of course the watch party for the game on Monday. And Drew, great to see you, man. It's always good to see you.
It's always a pleasure, bro. Hey man, you always do your thing, man.
Oh man, I can't do it without you, man. I can't do it without you. And I say we do it again next Wednesday.
We do it again.
All right, man. Well, everybody watching in the chat today, thank you guys so much for watching the show. We really appreciate your support. And thank you again for the 10K subscribers and followers, man. We can't say thank you enough here at the Chicago Sports Podcast. And like and subscribe our page. You could share it with other sports fans, other Bears fans, and content all the time here on this channel, man. So we got more coming. For Drew, you take care. For Drew and everybody else watching.